candy these days is out of control. I mean, $2 for a Snickers? Ridiculous. Anyways, can I get a ride home from you?
I mean, you could, but you have your own car.
I know, but it's the night before Halloween, and I parked my car out there in the dark, and I get the heebie-jeebies. You know the freaks always come out around Halloween.
Well then, if you leave your car here, they can take it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Look, you go in your car, I'll go in mine. I'll call you when I get home. Security.
Alright, deal.
I'll see you soon.
So, what's the next move?
Anywhere's better than here. This place is crawling with cops.
Yep, we might not be the only escape convicts they're looking for, but they're bound to find us eventually if we stick around.
Eddie and Joel, we're going to Nashville. The three of us are going to get some legal representation.
Watching from the edge of the circus for the games to begin. Gladiators draw their swords from their ranks for Armageddon. I'm nuclear, I'm wild, I'm breaking up inside. A heart of broken glass, did fall deep inside the abandoned child.
Discipline, personal and financial responsibility, civic leadership, care for the environment, and of course, how to talk to women. A boy needs a healthy role model to learn all of this.
Why can't we just figure it out ourselves?
Now, see, that's exactly the problem. See, I know we're supposed to pretend these days like it's not the case, but the truth is that boys and girls are different. Look, it's all about options, all right? You a boy, you want to be with other boys, you're the Boy Scouts. You a girl, you want to be with other girls, you got the Girl Scouts. You a boy, you a girl, you something else, you don't care, and you join the Ventures. Now, all of these are perfectly fine and legitimate organizations.
Of course.
Now, see, a boy's got to have the option of having a space where he can be with other young fellas his age and navigate, growing up and going through puberty and all that together. Otherwise, he's either going to grow up hating himself or, turn into weirdos with big old ears like Andrew Tate for advice.
I hate Andrew Tate.
Exactly.
So, why didn't you stay with the Boy Scouts anyways?
Because, functionally speaking, the Boy Scouts doesn't exist anymore. It's gone co-ed. The culture's changed, and it's just not the same organization I fell in love with.
There's a fishing merit badge, right?
Yeah, there is.
So, pretend this is Boy Scouts, and you're like my counselor or whatever. What would be the requirements for that?
Well, catch a fish and identify it. That's one of the requirements. Here, reach into my bag, will you? I need a pin. No, what are you doing? Not a pin, I said a pan.
But we haven't even caught a fish yet. Okay, you're the boss. Do you want me to learn how to start a fire too?
What? Damn it. What I'm trying to say is I need something to write with.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
Thank you. There we go. All right. Who you texted?
The most beautiful girl in the whole world.
Really? Hey, way to go, man. What's she saying to you?
She wants me to bring her a gift.
That sounds reasonable, given it's about Christmas time. And what are you gonna give her?
My earnings for the month. I've spent 200 hours washing dishes, saving up every single penny. I'll give her all of it. And maybe she'll finally want to see me in real life.
Well, you know what? I think I have a better idea.
What are we doing here?
You and I, and anyone else we can rope into our little scheme, are gonna go on an adventure. Said adventure is going to teach us valuable truths about our coming of age journey. I've seen like 20 or so 80s movies that all have that exact same premise.
Are all of them good?
Hell yeah.
Hey guys, I was in the middle of a Valorant match, but you can come in, I guess, you know.
You know, you should really stop playing that video game. They're gonna rot your brain. Fuck.
Are you streaming from your PC? It looks like there's a lot of latency.
I see it overclock my CPU.
Now, I don't know what any of that gobbledygook means, but I do know this. I can teach you how to make money, and then you can use that money to buy a new computer.
What I really need is a cooling fan.
What's wrong with your AC?
Whatever, you can make me money, right?
Well, no, I can help you make yourself money. I supply the tricks, you supply the initiative, boom, cash over.
Whatever, let's go. Where exactly are we going?
You know, I think we're gonna figure that out when we get there.
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm getting cold feet.
Hey man, if your feet are cold, you should wear woolly socks. You won't have to worry about that problem anymore.
I just mean I'd rather be focused on my girlfriend than all this.
Your girlfriend?
Well, not my girlfriend yet. Not officially, but she will.
Are you sure it's a good idea to give her all of your money?
Absolutely. I mean, OnlyFans money can only go so far.
Oh nah, this guy's a lost cause.
Hell's an OnlyFans. Oh my good sweet lord! Well, now I know what we have to do. Do you know, that right there is the Valencia Cathedral. It's over 800 years old, and it's supposed to have the genuine Holy Grail from Christ's Last Supper inside. What do you think of that?
Lo siento, señor, no hablo inglés.
Fair enough. Nelly Appleseed. How are things going on your end? What? I'll be right there. Nelly, gotta go this way. Let's go.
Twin, watch out! That's a knife.
You call that a knife? This is a knife.
That was an exclusive Channel 7 clip from Dan Finn's new movie, The Wild and the Reckless. Now, I'm here in Valencia right now to talk about the movie with them. Now, Nellie, you're a seasoned actress, but Dan, you're going from a small screen TV show to a movie screen, so what's that been like?
Oh, crikey, blimey, Jehoshaphat. It's absolutely mad.
He's a natural-born actor. A lot of critics used to say his wilderness show was staged and completely fake. If that were true, it would take a lot of acting chops to pull off for 5 seasons in a row.
Which it's not true, by the way. Those rumors are categorically false.
Really? Oh well, regardless.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What's up? Program
That's right. Our main writer, Isabella Soltero, is a good friend of mine.
She used to publish under the last name Evans.
Right before the divorce?
Yes, that's right.
Hey, what was his name?
Nope.
Adam Evans, yes. What a nasty piece of work that man was. I'm glad she got away from him.
You gotta call her, man.
But I'm scared. I don't want to make her mad.
She barely knows you exist anyway.
She only wants you for your money. You gotta get you someone who appreciates you for who you are.
What's going on here? I'm trying to help this guy break himself of his parasitic ego. I can help with that. I have a doctorate in Riz from Westwood University.
Let me guess, Andrew Tate?
Well, I'm not quite sure I know exactly what Riz is, but if you can help this troubled young man straighten out his life, we are all for it.
Got it.
Just think of it like you're talking to an NPC. Like, you just gotta do what the thing's objective.
Look, video game characters are fake and two-dimensional, and everything they say is programmed into them.
Yeah, just like a real woman.
Hey now. Watch it. Dial the number, come on.
What's up, simp boy? Got my money?
Well, actually...
You know I can throw you away whenever I want, right? Don't forget how lucky you are to have me.
No, I can't do this. What's your name? Sierra.
Sierra, this is your father.
Dad?
Yes, this is your father. I'm very disappointed in you. This young man just gave you everything you put up.
Nice.
There we go, see? That was not so hard.
Can you jump in and get rich now?
Alright, let's do it. So, what exactly do we call you?
Marco.
Polo.
No. Fish out of water, see? Well, Marco, it's nice to meet you. Would you care to join us?
In what exactly?
I'm trying to cultivate in these fellas the habits necessary to become well-rounded men. Sean over there is working on his entrepreneurship, and Will over here is trying to do more comedy.
One risky phone call at a time.
Well, what more do I need to learn? I have confidence in myself. I work out, I take zinc, I drink raw eggs every day. What else is there about being a man?
Hi, could I interest you in a token of ownership for one of my art pieces?
No way. Why would I want one of your monkey pics when I could just do this?
No, wait, that's not the same. Stop.
Well, maybe you could stand for the opposite. Humility, right? Hey, you two could help each other.
No pictures, please.
Not a chance. Actually, this guy looks pretty cute. I think I might buy him.
Okay, how much?
That is $3,000, Sam.
Yes, of course, sure. Wait, why are you spending so much money on something that has no value?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, my friend. Maybe I see something for the rest of the world.
What's that?
A tax write-off from my trust fund for patronage of the arts. Thank you.
Look at all this money I got from the stupid monkey picture.
Whatever, dude.
So, how's business?
Thriving. I hope for days like this and I'll be able to buy whatever gadgets I want.
That's good. That's great.
We should do this again sometime.
I'm all for it. How's that sound, Marco?
Sure, what the hell, why not?
Guten Tag, Fräulein Anna.
Adam, with the HE double hockey stick, did you kill him?
Hardly. He's unconscious, comatose. Barely.
You're puppeteering an unconscious person. That's gross.
Yeah, he's a Nazi.
I don't care if he's a Nazi. It's disrespectful.
Right. Throw something at the other man. Throw a book at my head.
This is not a good look. We're vigilantes. What are we gonna tell the cops, Adam?
Yeah, we're vigilantes. What are the cops gonna tell us?
What are critiques with you?
Too reckless. You take it too far. This is why Isabella left you. Is this what you think?
Is this what this is about? Because I distinctly remember you saying that you wanted her gone, that she got in your way. Do you want me? Am I in your way? Shut it, you! Adam! We can't keep doing this. Something has to change. Something has to give. And you have to man up. Can I help you?
Actually, I think we can help each other. Is it true you're an astrophysicist that works at NASA?
I used to work at NASA. Is it true you killed a guy and went to jail for it?
I used to be in jail, but as you can see right now, I am not. And as a matter of public record, my lawyer assures me that he can make it swear that I never killed anybody.
I wonder if the cops know that. Maybe I could call them, let them know you stopped by.
I don't think that would be in the best interest of either of us. Let's try this instead. I'm Lance Morrissey of Lance Moore Industries. You may think I'm bad, but my money is very good.
Jenny Spell, astrophysicist. PhD.
So, tell me about your research.
What do you know about quantum entanglement?
Call me novice on the subject.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Let's call these entangled particles. They're separated by quite some distance, and there's clearly no physical contact between them.
Particles.
Fundamental units of matter. Below the atom. Way too small to see. Kind of theoretical. So, let's say these particles are spinning. Heads, clockwise, tails, and they're spinning in opposite directions. See? And again, there's no physical contact, but they're entangled on a quantum level. So, if you change the spin direction of one, the other would change too. This is where the mainstream science is at. My research is about whether you can create a pathway from one entangled particle to its twin. See, that way, the physical distance between the two particles is utterly irrelevant. You can sense one from one to the other instantly.
So, would that be like teleportation?
Basically, yeah. NASA said it could be done, and they withheld my funding because I wouldn't change the subject. I took it to Elon Musk, and even he said it was too crazy, but quantum tunnels are the future.
Instant travel to anywhere in space.
Not just space, time too. Particles can be entangled across two different time points. And that's where I lost Elon Musk.
What would it take to keep this project up and running?
An obscene amount of energy for starters. How much money do you have exactly?
Hey, MCK, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just wanted to remind you about graduation tonight. Those 4 years sure flew by, didn't they?
Technically 4 years and a summer mini-mester, but who's counting?
I know, there you go. Some of us are getting together at the school early today to take pictures and go out for drinks. Do you want to join us?
Yeah, that's a great idea. I gotta see to Malyumpkin first. She's at the fair.
Daniel, what's that cat? The Malyumpkin.
She's my rabbit, Malyumpkin. Remember, I've talked about her before.
Whatever. Do you know how long it's gonna take? You better not be late or forget about it again, Daniel.
Look, I'll be there, okay? In like an hour or so, alright? You can count on me, I promise. Alright, doggies. I gotta say goodbye, okay?
Hey, what kind of rabbit is that?
This is a lilac rabbit. They're actually a really rare breed. And one thing that's special about them is they have a high amount of something called adrenochrome in their blood, which is why Jeff Bezos, one of the richest guys in the world, tried to steal her from me so he could try to make himself immortal.
Just ask a simple question. You don't have to lie.
You know, Mally, one day we'll find someone who believes us, okay? Something's wrong, Mally. I'm gonna put you back for a sec. Malyumpkin? Anyone? No. This can't be real. Alright, now the other fellas are gone. What did you learn today?
I guess I learned something about the power of friendship.
You know, that's close enough. That's in the ballpark. Alright.
Am I tripping?
I see that too.
That's like a magic portal or something, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is nuts.
Wow. Visitors.
Whoa, buddy. Give us some personal space here.
I'm sorry, it's just, I've been here a whole month and there's been no one else here. Woo!
Whoa. Where exactly is here?
We're in a pocket universe between different worlds, and for some reason they all meet up here.
Different worlds? What are you talking about, man?
These portals, they keep opening and closing, but I've never seen anyone actually able to go through one until now.
You were in here a month? What did you eat?
Nothing. I didn't need to eat. Or poop, or sleep. All right. That's enough out of you. Now, who's that?
I just fell asleep on my flight back to Lancashire. Where am I?
Friend, I'm afraid that you just turned up in the wrong neighborhood.
What? I'm ready to take your coffee order. Alright, come in. Okay, I just want to make sure I get this right. So it should be triple dark chocolate, double white chocolate, 3 shots of espresso, and iced. Is that right?
Close. It's actually double dark chocolate, triple white chocolate, 2 shots of espresso? I don't know what it is, because I don't want to get the jitters. And light on the ice, because I don't want it to be watered down. Do you got that?
Yes, I got that. And by the way, did you get a chance to look at the agenda yet for the council meeting?
Well, that's what the coffee's for.
Well, I think you should take a look because the mayor is planning to endorse a successor.
Oh, I wonder who's going to recommend. Oh!
maybe James. Because he's got more connections than a flight from Atlanta to the Shamalama Temple. You know what? Maybe Margaret. She's definitely got the enthusiasm to do the job like 4 times over.
Well, Miss Webb, he is planning to endorse you.
That can't be right. Is there a transpositional error? Has he finally gone senile?
No, he actually really wants you to be his successor.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
Well, you think on that, and I'm gonna go get you your coffee.
Thanks. Oh, jeez. Wow. Mayor Anna Webb. Mayor Anna Webb.
James, what's going on, man?
Hey, look, we gotta talk about this mayor situation.
Well, come on, man. Sit down. Take a load off first. You want something to drink?
I gotta keep up my sobriety for my constituents.
How about some water, then?
Sure, that's fine.
Well, how long have you been sober for?
Coming up on 8 months.
Well, congrats to that, man. Here, have a sip of this. So what were you saying about the election?
Well, how do I put this delicately? What do you think of the mayor's nominee?
You mean Anna Webb? I don't feel too strongly about her one way or another.
She's a damn vigilante, or at least she used to be, not to mention a political rookie. I mean, this is someone who a couple years ago put on a dollar store mask and threw tchotchkes at criminals, for Christ's sake. Now she wants to be a mayor? What a sick joke.
I see why you reacted the way you did.
I didn't realize how dry my mouth was. Can I get another cup?
Yeah, man, I got you. You think she'll be disqualified from the election?
No. Not unless she is charged with a felony. Even then, it's a wash.
Here you go, brother, man.
Thanks.
So what were you saying?
That mayor of ours is a total hack. He of all people should know how unqualified she is. And yet, either through senility or imbecility, he endorsed her. Her name wouldn't even be mentioned in the same breath as the word mayor if it wasn't for that. I've been slaving away for the better part of a decade for this stupid town, and my dad is comptroller, and all the mayor can give me is some half-hearted email about wishing me luck on my future endeavors. What an asshat!
Thanks for all that, James.
Give me that!
What are you thinking about, Wentz? You never seem to talk anymore. I just want to know what's going on.
Why do things always have to be the way we don't want them to be?
Well, son, the world is an unfair place, and you aren't all powerful.
Well, I should be.
What's going on here? I'll show you.
We've created a quantum tunnel, but we're not really sure where it is.
What do you mean you don't know where it is? It's supposed to be right there, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
It seems like two completely random points in space-time were connected just now.
And how is that possible exactly?
Look, Mr. Morrissey, I can give you this long, complicated answer about string theory and Heisenberg uncertainty principle, but...
Or you could just let the experts in lab coats figure it out.
Alright, go ahead and figure it out. You got 1 week.
You got it, boss.
Wait, hi.
once again, I'm alone.
Hey, excuse me, can I get some help?
Get lost, creep.
Wait, sorry, non-threatening.
Dan, it's me, Isabella.
Yeah, I just need a ride into town. I could pay.
Yeah, get in.
Okay.
You held me tight when I knew.
Izzy? Oh my gosh, hi! Hey, what are you doing? Okay, I'm in here today because I may or may not, I forgot I gave my key to the maintenance worker because I may or may not have disturbed the asbestos in the ceiling when I was trying to hang decorations for Christmas.
You'll never believe who I found.
Who?
Dan Finn, my movie star.
We spent 3 years looking for him and he shows up now?
Just between you and me, I think the stress kind of gave him a mental break. But now he's got like some foreign accent syndrome or something.
What?
Well, here. Come on in, Dan.
Hi.
Izzy. That's not Dan. It can't be.
See, that's what I've been trying to tell her this whole time. She's got me confused with someone else.
But he looks like him.
Daniel, what? Are your parents Jenny and Kenny?
Yeah, that's a little bit disturbing. Have I been doxxed or something?
Just answer her, Dan. Tell her you think
I saw you die 4 years ago in my car. It took forever to get the blood stains out. You can't be Daniel. You can't.
Look, lady, I'm pretty sure that if I was dead, like, I'd be the first person to know about it, okay?
Anna, what's going on?
Who's Anna?
It's about the mayoral race. Somebody just released a very damaging video of my opponent.
I've been slaving away for the better part of a decade for this stupid town, and my dad is comptroller, and all the mayor can give me is some half-hearted email about wishing me luck on my future endeavors. What an asshat!
Thanks for all that, James.
Give me that!
Whose voice is behind the camera?
I don't know, but the press got the video anonymously. Maybe Margaret might know.
Who?
She's on the executive council with James. She has connections.
Hey, why did the main guy in the video, like, fall over like that and, like, slur his words? It looked like he was drunk or something.
But James hasn't touched alcohol in almost a year. I really need to talk to Margaret about this. Izzy, it was really nice seeing you.
Oh. Did you want me to leave?
Yes, please. Listen, we'll find him eventually, and we'll clear your name, and everything will work out. I promise. I have to deal with this first.
Hey, it was nice to meet you, Miss,
Isabella.
yeah, what she said. Hope he turns up.
It's okay. Okay. Who are you under the mask? Because the man I know that's supposed to be underneath the mask has been dead for years.
Alright, look, if that's really true, and I take this mask off and you see his face, how exactly do you think you're gonna take that? In that case, the mask stays on.
Here we are, Auburn University's main campus.
Okay.
Don't you remember going to school here?
I never went to school here. Last time I checked, I toured here maybe once when I was like 15, but I'm a proud alumnus of University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Let's go Retrievers. And also, last time I checked, the sun didn't look like that.
Didn't look like what?
You know, the sun looks all like weird, like moogly woogly, you know?
Okay, well, I'm not an astronomy expert, so I can't help you there. But to clear things up, you never went to school here, and you don't know who I am.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, what happened before you got here?
Well, I remember the day well. It was August 7th, 2024. There I was, my sweet rabbit dolly upkit, and all of a sudden the floor drops out from under me, and I end up in this like forest or something. And long story short, the sequence of unfortunate events brought me right here where we are today. And the rest, as they say, is history. But I guess a lot more time has passed than I thought.
Is this like a normal Tuesday night for you?
Well, I wouldn't say anything that falls under normal, but like, I once had Jeff Bezos try to kidnap a rabbit to cheat death, so nothing really surprises me anymore. So, what are we doing here exactly?
Well, we're meeting another city council member. Her name is Margaret. I asked her to meet us here.
And what's Margaret gonna tell us?
Okay, well, you were right. James didn't look exactly sober in the video, and, well, he may be a jerk, but he's not. Hello? Oh, hello, my favorite secretary. What's up?
Are you okay, Miss Webb? Did you hear what I said? He's dead, the mayor. I just saw it on the news.
How? What happened?
Anna, it's horrible. The news is saying that he fell down the stairs and cracked his head. Are you okay? I know this is like a huge shock to you.
Okay. So who's gonna replace him?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh no. I'll talk to you as soon as I can. Okay?
What's happening now?
The mayor just died.
What? How?
They're calling a special election. This isn't great.
So why is that bad specifically? I mean, other than the obvious.
Okay. The mayor dies less than 1 day after the only other candidate in this election disgraces himself. The media, press, ruins him in the public eye.
Right.
Either I'm next or something much worse is going on.
And what could be worse than that?
Someone out there wants me to win, and he doesn't care who he has to hurt to make it happen.
I guess that is worse.
Okay. Here's the plan. We go to the mayor's house and try to investigate what happened.
Yeah. All right, text me the Addy. I'm there.
What you crying about, crying about, crying about now? Buckle under pressure. Go tumbling, tumbling, tumbling down. Put your foot on, gives a shit. Better off if you just get over it. I'm going crazy. Little tiny Hollywood baby. Brand new Mercedes. Quit going crazy.
What the hell's going on here?
Make it in Hollywood, baby. You'll never make it in Hollywood, baby. You'll never never make it in Hollywood, baby. You'll never make it in Hollywood.
Gotcha!
I gotta answer this. You good with not running off if I let you go? Hey, what's up? I've kind of got some things tied up. I mean, I'm kind of tied up in some things right now. What's going on?
It's me. I got him. Meet me back at my office.
Yeah? I got my guy too. Have you seen my hat anywhere? Of course, at the end of the day, what good is a hat really? Or a fast car, or a flash house, or a gold-plated dunny, or any of that? Well, I guess that depends on what exactly a dunny is. It's a car seat, it's a porcelain throne, it's a toilet, mate. Alright, whatever. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Marco?
What's going on?
We should be receiving a quantum tunnel right about now.
Oh, sweet. Can I interest you in purchasing some NFTs? Is this man trying to sell me something? I hate salesmen. Eddie, close the portal now.
By the way, we call them quantum tunnels here, remember?
Tunnel schmunnel. I know a portal when I see one.
So, what do you think of the test?
Well,
I mean, I'm sorry we can't control the portal at both ends.
It's called tunnel.
Right, tunnel.
Well, sure, it's unfortunate, but...
Unfortunate. Fortuitous would be a more apposite epithet.
Bro, what the hell does that mean?
I would consider this a great success. Possible means for a reward for a job well done.
Does this mean we get a pay raise?
Not a pay raise, no. But maybe a smiley face sticker.
Yes! Not the brightest, this one, is he? Come on, Marco. You're disappointing me.
I was using my desirable product to get them to do something that I want. It's called leverage.
Look, man, you can't use something as leverage if the other party doesn't actually want it.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well, does anyone have any other bright ideas on how to get out of here? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait for someone else to come along.
Yo, Cannon Arms, what the freak was that?
Sorry, force of habit.
You make a habit out of throwing things at people?
You walked into my office unannounced. You could have been anybody.
Castle doctrine, a good point. Your secretary let me in though.
Who are you?
I'm Elijah's attorney of counsel. That means his lawyer.
I know what that means. I was gonna go to law school.
Well, I wasn't talking to you.
So, Elijah sent you to talk to me. Huh, I guess he was too afraid to come and talk to me in person then.
If I knew you were going to assault me, I wouldn't have come either.
Well, technically it would be battery. I thought you went to law school. But I digress. I just want to know something. What was James doing at your client's house the other day?
Who said he was at Elijah's house?
Margaret saw the video. She knows his place and his voice.
Well, he was just exercising his First Amendment right to have a conversation, and he had the right to record that conversation.
You're worse than Jordan Smith.
So you know my brother?
Let's just say I see the family resemblance. Can you just level with me, please? Just off the record, I just want to know something. Did Elijah have anything to do with the mayor's death? Anything at all?
Off the record, what happened to the mayor was a tragedy, but Elijah wasn't a part of it. He wasn't even at the scene, and I don't even think he met the guy, except for a couple of years ago, to have a friendly interview. He's innocent.
So he wouldn't know anything that could help us?
I mean, he really wouldn't, and all I know is that the insurance people declared it an act of God.
Miss Webb, there's someone at the front door for you.
Okay. I'll go see who it is. Miss Lawyer Lady, Miss Smith, can you wait here?
Is it okay if I don't? I'm on the clock, babe.
All right, it's a free country. Just go with my secretary.
All right, I guess I will.
I hate lawyers.
Warlock? Councilman, look who it is.
Adam.
Warlock? Adam? Okay, so this guy's got like at least 2 names. That's good to know.
I thought you were leaving.
With him involved? Are you kidding? You cannot get rid of me that easily.
Oh, man. Small world, huh?
Wait, small world? How do you people all know each other exactly? What's going on here?
I'll save you some time, Councilman. This guy right here, he's responsible for making Elijah pull the whole white wine in the Brita filter on James.
Where did you find him, Daniel?
Well, I bumped into him at the mayor's house when I was, checking it out.
The same mayor that died?
Whoa, hey, let's... Before you guys break out the pitchforks, yeah, I got Elijah to do the old Brita filter trick on James, and yeah, I may have been involved in pulling the strings to sink his campaign for Anna's victory, but the mayor dying? It's a wild card I have no control over.
Daniel, did you find anything at the mayor's house?
Other than the green ninja here, no, well, it looks like to me that the media's story pretty much checks out.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, that staircase did look pretty treacherous. I fell down it myself, and I could totally see how some old guy could really take a whacking off of it, so, yeah, I don't know, I guess I believe him.
Okay, well, there's nothing implicating my client in any recent crimes, so I think I'm gonna leave.
I still think that James thing was pretty illegal.
What James thing? I don't know whose voice was on that recording.
But didn't you just say that he was?
Anna, honey, do me a favor and keep yourself off the witness list for this one. I've got a job to do, and you've got yours. Merry Christmas, everybody.
A Merry Christmas, Miss Van Thornwallow.
Thank you. Thank you.
So suddenly you're good with names now?
Hey, when have I ever been bad with names, Hannah?
Alright, listen up, folks. It's time for me to spill the beans on Elijah.
Do you remember how Lance Morrissey posted bail shortly after he was arrested and then pretty much disappeared off the face of the earth until it was time for his trial?
I later found out from his old associate Sebastian that he was working behind the scenes to make sure that none of his enemies could touch him.
Where is this guy? There he is. You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, I hear that you have a reputation of being a fixer. I think I'm in need of your services.
What's the name of your problem?
A vigilante named Warlock.
You want to kill him?
No, I don't think that would be desirable, even if it were possible. I just need to put the squeeze on him.
Tell me how.
He has a wife. I can use my influence to get her to a certain place at a certain time. I need you to kidnap her.
I can do that.
Now don't forget, my ability to operate in the open is compromised, so I won't be able to help you if you fail.
Don't worry, Mr. Morrissey. You can count on me.
That night, when the plan was being put into action, Elijah just happened to be at the wrong place at the right time.
Oh, miss, your phone. Hey, hey. Whoa, whoa.
Izzy, where are you? Please come back.
Yo, I just found this phone. I think your friend just got jumped.
Did you see her?
She's gone.
I was afraid something like this would happen.
So what do we do now?
I'm gonna call someone.
The cops?
No, not the cops. This guy, he's better than the cops. Give me your number, I'll give you his information.
Alright, it's 6. You get all that?
Yeah, if you see anything, call the number immediately.
Okay.
One night, not too long after that, when he got back home, Lance Morrissey was in his house. Elijah's, I mean.
Bro, who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Let me make my intentions perfectly clear. You're gonna be my voice in the media. You're gonna write what I want you to say, when I want you to say it, exactly how I want you to say it.
I can't do that. I have to.
From now on, you work for me.
He wants me to discredit everyone who's trying to lock him up. Judge Beef, Christian Stone, Anna Webb. He wants me to dig up dirt on all these people. What am I supposed to do?
You should do what he tells you. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Isn't that risky?
Keep me up to date on everything. I'll do what I can behind the scenes. I'll even try to go to the trial.
Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Morrissey is back, and he's up to something awful.
Well, what can she do to help out?
We need you to be in a position of power so that you can find Lance Morrissey, and we can kill him.
Dear City of Auburn, I am so thankful that I've been able to. No, that's not. City of Auburn, thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to step in and have some change. I'm so excited. Oh, no, that's not good. I don't know.
Is this the office of the newly installed mayor of Auburn?
Hey.
Hey, what's hey? You seem unhappy. What's wrong? This is like a happy thing, right?
I'm really glad to be able to serve this city. I'm sickened, horrified by all of the terrible things that happened to get me here.
Totally fair. You know what? If you need some space, I can come back later. We can have this conversation sometime.
Don't leave. I know what you're here to talk about.
Okay, cool. Let's chat. So,
I like the outfit. The new outfit. It's official.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm going for sure. So, I have been learning from Warlock everything I can about this Morrissey guy, and let me tell you, I'm surprised. I can't believe. Sorry, it isn't what?
It's not fair. It's not fair. This terrible guy, he took over my school. He terrorized my school. He killed my friend. He manipulated so many people to get what he wanted to do his bidding. And the lawyer that was supposed to prosecute him and put him away and confine him from society blundered and screwed up the whole case and got him free. And I finally years go by and I'm finally able to move on. I'm finally able to just heal from all of the crap, the hell that has happened for so long. And
all of my relationships, all of my friends, all of my peers, in my career in school, I've been able to move on and become a better person and grow from it. And now it's like there's no growth. It's like there's no change. Nothing's happened. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten better. And everything is just dredged up in my life again. And my friend was killed. And I worked so hard to get past it. And now it's all coming back up.
I agree. I agree with you. It's not fair. None of this is fair. It's not fair that you had to go through all of this, and it's not fair that I'm here either. I'm supposed to be graduating from college, and instead I'm stuck in this shitty future where not only am I dead, but everyone still wants to use me as some kind of pawn. But I've been thinking about it, and the way I see it, there's only one possible way that I can get home and we can get anywhere closer to fixing our problems.
Which is what exactly?
Well, we start with what we know. That secretary of yours, she's got a younger sister who started a graduate fellowship research project a couple months ago.
She might have mentioned it.
Apparently, whenever this fellowship began, her sister dropped off the face of the earth, but apparently the whole thing's funded by some mysterious wealthy benefactor who basically matches Morrissey's description. They're doing some sort of research into quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics? What would Lance Morrissey want with quantum mechanics? He was running security schemes here at Auburn, and he was running them way before that.
Well, this guy, he's sort of like a power-hungry type, right?
That's one way to put it.
Right. Well, before I was here, I was in this other place, and I could see all these different, hazy, portals opening up, and I could sort of see and hear different people, and then, finally, when a portal opened up that was actually solid, a bunch of people came out of it who looked just like me, and they came from different times and different places. And I got to thinking, time travel, teleportation, all that multiverse stuff they keep making movies about, all this science fiction, it could be science fact for someone who had the right technology.
Well, I would say you're crazy if I didn't have the possibility of that being true right in front of me.
The problem is, you need so much energy for it. I mean, where would someone get that much energy?
I'm not sure, but you seem to have a lot of it.
Well, on a good day, yes, but no. Maybe the sun. Yeah, the sun. Remember when I first got here, I said the sun looked weird, and there's something called a Dyson sphere. It's basically what, I'm actually not even going to bother trying to explain it, but yeah, the sun.
Okay. Let's say this is true. If he has this Dyson vacuum thing that you said, whatever, would that make him like a bajillion times more powerful and dangerous than he is now?
He would be the most powerful person who ever existed. I mean, this would basically make him invincible. He'd have control of space and time.
Okay, fine. You mentioned a research fellowship. Where's the lab?
It's in Florida, I think.
That's completely out of my jurisdiction. What do you want me to do here?
Well, when I entered this room, it was basically just to let you know that Warlock and I were gonna go there and that we were gonna kill him.
What do you want me to do? Just abandon my city and go the place I just got, okay? I just got this place. And go somewhere else to just commit murder? I understand that Morrissey is dangerous, but I'm not just gonna
Look, you don't have to be directly involved, right? But I don't want to go if I don't have your blessing. And if there's any way you think that you can help us, I mean, anything at all, you could you know, create like a slush fund, slip us some secret money, some armed backup would be nice. Anything. I don't know how the laws work here, but if you can think of something, I'm all ears. Anything that'll help us even the score.
I am risking my career by just even considering that.
Okay, look, if I can't convince you, totally fair enough, but Warlock got these videos from people that he says you might know, and they're all gunning for this, so I just hope you'll consider what they have to say at the very least.
Fine.
Listen up, Lady Bullseye. I know you're hesitating, but Lance Morrissey's got nothing you can't handle. I've used to work for the man. I can see the darkness he brings, but Anna, you've got this courage, this belief burning in your veins. You can stare down the devil himself if need be, so don't think twice. Go get that dangle son of a gun.
I've carried the weight of my mistakes for too long. My quest for justice led to unintended consequences. I understand if you blame me for Morrissey's escape, but I'm not making this message for forgiveness. I'm here to tell you that redemption is possible, even when you caused harm. Confronting that monster isn't just about justice. It's about making things right. Don't let my past be your burden. You can atone for our mistakes. Go and confront the man. Make things straight.
So, what do you think?
I don't need to see any more videos. I've made up my mind.
Are you sure? Because we've got one more video, and this one's from a woman named Sylvia, and she clearly cares because it came all the way from Russia.
No, thank you. No. I've made up my mind. I'm convinced. I know what I'm gonna do. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call in to the feds and let them know of possible fugitive working there, and then if they send in a SWAT team, then you and Warlock can sneak in while all of the chaos is happening and shut down Morrissey's machine.
It's a smart play, and before we do, we can use it. I have to get home, and well, there's a few other people who have to get home too, including your secretary's wayward sister.
I really hope you can. Godspeed, Spider Dan.
You too, Lady B.